I'm going to marry this waiter. The entire ballroom went silent. Laughter died. Everyone froze in disbelief. Amelia Cole, the only daughter of the city's richest tycoon, had just chosen a man who carried trays instead of a title. The evening had begun like a dream, a grand charity gala hosted by her father and men in black tuxedos, waiting for a chance to impress the Cole heiress. Amelia smiled, laughed, and danced, pretending to enjoy it all. But inside, she was tired of fake compliments, tired of being treated like a trophy. As the night grew late and her head spun slightly from the wine, she slipped away from the crowd toward the garden terrace to breathe. That's when a group of young men, sons of her father's business friends, followed her outside. Their voices turned ugly, their jokes cruel. They circled her, teasing, touching, ignoring her protests. There were no guards nearby, no one to help. Then suddenly, a voice cut through the noise. "Step away from her." It was Ethan, a waiter she'd barely noticed earlier, tall, modestly dressed, still holding a tray. His eyes were fierce, protective. The men laughed at him. "A waiter, you'll stop us?" One sneered. But Ethan didn't flinch. He grabbed Amelia's hand, pulled her behind him, and stood like a wall between her and the others. "I said, leave her alone," he repeated, his voice steady. There was something in his tone calm. Amelia's hands trembled. Her eyes were wet. Ethan gently took off his black jacket and placed it over her bare shoulders. "You're safe now," he said softly. "You should go inside." He led her to a quiet lounge room, away from the noise, and stayed outside the door until she caught her breath. No one had ever protected her like that, not out of duty, but out of decency. When she looked into his eyes, she saw something she had never seen in her world of wealth: respect. Hours later, when the party resumed and cameras flashed again, Amelia returned to the ballroom. Her father proudly announced her upcoming engagement to one of those same rich boys, the very ones who had humiliated her. And that's when she took the microphone. "I have an announcement," she said, her voice calm but sharp as glass. "I'm not marrying any of them. I'm going to marry this waiter." Every head turned toward Ethan, still standing quietly at the corner, shocked. The crowd gasped, but Amelia smiled, the first real smile of her life. Her father's face turned red with anger and embarrassment. "Amelia, stop this nonsense," he shouted. "Do you even know what you're saying? You're humiliating our name." But she didn't lower her gaze. She said firmly, "I don't care if the world laughs. I've made my decision." People whispered and mocked, some even laughed aloud. But Amelia didn't flinch. She walked straight to Ethan, who stood frozen in disbelief, and gently took his trembling hand in hers. "You showed me what it means to be safe," she whispered. "Now let me show you what it means to be loved."